Well, that's an interesting one. Krongthang Walk. You can see what it was like in the 1900s. Oh, this is all pulled down, of course. And what happened here is that the place, there was a big fire a few years ago, about 5 or so years ago, and they had to knock it all down. Style buildings from the 1900s. War Memorial Youth Centre. Another warehouse from the 1900s. And another church. There's churches everywhere. They're everywhere. My theatre. Been extended and modified over the years. That's from the 1700s, 1900s. Small buildings over here. Early 1900s. So this is your police station originally, it looks like. And it backs onto the courthouses and everything like that. There are actually new buildings on the other side. So tend to the other side of the street. More old buildings. Another warehousey sort of shop. So as you can see, there's a lot of old buildings along this bit. This is the other end of the main street. The less popular side, because shops extended down here. Thing every day. That sort of brickish, browny looking brick is actually looks like, going by the sign on the top, 1886. So that design is actually pre-1900s. So circa 1900. Look at all these old buildings. One that has been renovated. Still an old building. Behind the metal, you can actually see the old design. So this is Russell Street, which comes off the main road, and they say this is the historical area. It leads to the railway, which is why I say that shopping centre goes over the railway, because it's just one street behind. Tiaani's looking for water. Plenty of water in the car. We're going back soon. And the old Toowoomba railway station. Let's go and have a look at that, shall we? Railway was actually popular, and is obviously not supposed to walk along here because you've got to walk on the road. That's not good. Let's walk over here. Hang on, you're going to get caught. There we go. So when it was, the railway was a little bit popular, you had all these warehouses here. So that's an old warehouse. The back of the shops there are warehouses. Warehouse. That was probably here originally, or a few of them. And farming area, so what do you got in town? Grain silos, because why not? And then smack in the middle of town. And here's the back of the railway station. And all this is all new, the bridge and everything's all brand new since the 2011 floods. All this went underwater. So they had pictures of this railing covered in grass and whatnot. Looks like somebody's broken through there. Oh, it's just making a shortcut though. So, yep, all that is all new, redone, more warehouses, little shops for the people to come in, the train workers and whatnot. So it's a very glamorous, beautiful train station. And it's a long one, goes all the way down there, all the way along, all the way up here. Okay. So the train station was very popular right up to the 1970s. That's a big warehouse, by the way, the old wool store down there. It's just not being used anymore. They use it for voting for elections and that's about it. But anyway, when they started up buses, the patronage on the train died off, because it's about a 3 hours trip on the train. They cut it down to about 2 hours on the bus with the sealed road. Back ends of the old buildings, and then they put in a 2-lane road, and nobody was taking the trains, and they just died off. And an old nursery. And eventually they just did the train for tourists now, which goes out west twice a week and comes back twice a week. On Tuesdays and Thursdays are the only days it runs. So the station is used for those 2 days. So you've got all that big station and everything just sitting there, not being used. But they are hoping to bring back the train again. They're hoping to get a high-speed train line put in. They're currently building a freight line, and to be faster than the current line. And the council is hoping, and the state's hoping, to piggyback off that and put in a high-speed passenger train line. And we're back to the car. That's Toowoomba. Hope you enjoyed our walk around town.